Hey, what's happening, guys? It's your guy Ken J, CEO Forex Terminators. So yeah, in this video, I'll be talking about what exactly margins are, right? And I'll also be telling you why exactly your trade or your order doesn't get filled when you try to buy a financial asset or when you try to sell a financial asset, right? So stick with me to the end of this video to learn more about it. Without saying much, let's get into this video. So yeah, the truth be told, it's very annoying when we new traders try to execute a trade after doing a proper analysis, either a technical or a fundamental analysis. We try to enter the market and boom, we hear something like this. Yeah, it's very annoying. Well, I was once in that situation where I found it difficult in entering a market despite using the lowest lot size, right? So all of this is because of the margin. So what exactly are margins, right? Before I get onto that, let's see MT5. On our MT5, we have a place where we see our balance, our equity, and also something called a margin. Most times they're all the same, just like the one you're seeing on the screen, right? They're all the same, the values are the same, but they have different purposes. So let's start with the balance. So literally the balance is just literally your capital, what you fund in your broker and what reflects to your MT5. Depending on you, it's your choice, right? You can choose to open a trading interface or a trading terminal MT5, or request to open trading terminal as MT4, or you trade with your broker, right? You use your broker's terminal. So you have the balance, but this is the MT5. This is my MT5. But the same thing you see on MT5 is the same thing you see on MT4, right? So now you have the balance. The balance is just literally your capital. The money invested into the broker appears here on the balance, right? So let's go on to equity. So what are equities? Equities are literally just seen as your unrealized profit and unrealized loss, right? Let's say that let's get to our MT5, right? So on the screen, you're going to see that we have our equity there as $9,768 and our balance at what? $9,334. We took a buy trade on 1948 and our profit was over 124 pips, which is $124 right? So if you check, if you're to sum this total with all the buys, because I took a total of 4 lot size, right? I took a total of 0.4 lot size. So if you're to sum this up, you're going to get $434. So this profit reflects on where? The equity, right? So your equity then becomes $9,768. If you're to add $9,334 with $434, right? You're going to get $9,768, right? So this is where your equity appears. It doesn't reflect on your balance yet unless you have successfully closed your trade. So if you don't close your trade, you'll be in an unrealized profit. So the only way that you're going to realize your profit or realize your loss is when you successfully close your trade, right? So let's say that we're in loss of $100, right? We're going to know that our equity is going to drop down from 9,768 down to 9,668, right? So that is literally it. So I'm in loss at that moment, but I haven't successfully realized my loss because I haven't closed my trade, right? So it's as simple as that. Next on our list is the margin. So I'm sure this is the reason why you're watching this video. Well, here is it. Margins are literally what the prices that we pay in order to buy a financial asset or to sell a financial asset, right? So let me give an example for better understanding. So let's say we get to the market and we want to buy a t-shirt, right? You want to buy this t-shirt, and this t-shirt, you get to a seller who is willing to sell for you this t-shirt, and the seller tells you the price of this t-shirt. Now let's imagine that this t-shirt is cost $100, right? And let's say what is in your pocket is what? $50. Obviously, you're not able to buy this t-shirt, right? So now let's say that you have over $150 in your hand and you want to purchase this t-shirt that is cost $100 and you are able to pay for it. What is left in your hand is over $50. So when that is done, you are being able to purchase this. You understand? Now, let's now say that the seller asks you, what quantity of t-shirts do you want? Do you want 2 or do you want 1? And you request for 2. And in your wallet, you have just, let's say you have $200, right? Or let's say you have $250, right? So the seller tells you that per t-shirt is $100. So one t-shirt is what? $100. But in this case, we want to buy 2. So if we have $200 available with us, we'll be able to buy the t-shirt, right? So when we do that, our trade has been executed. So now let me link this back to Forex. We see lot size as quantities, right? Quantities bought, quantities sold. So if you want to buy 0.1 lot size of gold, you may be asked to bring in, to have available in your account like $3. If you do not have $3, that's when you hear this sound. Yeah, that sound. So if you have $3, your trade will be successfully booked and taken into the main market. So now, if you then want to buy 0.2 lot size and you're requested to bring in $6 because 0.1 is $3. Obviously, 0.2 is what? $6. So if you have $6 in your account, then it means that you can successfully take this trade. But in a case where you don't have this account, this money available, then you still hear the sound. Yeah. So that's it. So these margins actually depend on how volatile market is. The margin can never be the same as yesterday and today. But normally we have gold. If you want to buy gold at 0.1 lot size, we have a minimum margin of 3 point something dollars. You understand? 3 point something dollars. So now the reason why I'm saying this is this. On your screen, you're going to see that on gold, we wanted to buy a lot size using a lot size of 0.1 lot size, right? So our required margin was $9.73. If you check beside it, you're going to see a 3 red bar. It means the market is very, very volatile at that moment. That is why it's that expensive. Do you understand? That is why it's that expensive. Normally, we have gold buying and selling at 3 point something dollars. You understand? But in this case, because market was very volatile, it had to increase. So it's not always static, right? It just depends on what is happening in the market, how volatile the market is, right? So now on US oil, you're going to see something similar, right? On US oil, we needed to buy with 0.1 lot size, 0.01 lot size, right? And then we're required to have $4.26 in our margin in order for us to buy or to sell US oil. So in a case where we don't have that amount available in our account, you're still going to hear that sound that we normally hear when we try to buy or to sell a financial asset, right? So at this point, we had $4.26 as required margin. If you had it, then our trade will be successfully booked. But if you do not have it, your trade can never be booked. Only if you then do more of a transfer into your account. So this interface is our SNES interface. So this margin, you can't really see it on MT5 or MT4. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that. You can't see it on MT5 or MT4. It's majorly seen on traders brokers interface. You understand? That's the broker's interface, not the MT4 and then the MT5. Though you can see this also on the C-Trader trading interface. If you can, because that's on that type of trading interface which is not popularly used, but I personally make use of it and I trade with it. So before I take a trade, I normally check for my margin, know if my account can carry it before executing my trade. So like I said earlier, when I started Forex, this was more of a major issue which I encountered, and it actually affected me because it was very, very frustrating. I couldn't really trade, I couldn't really do anything, but I had to sit down, do research, and fix myself. So That's it. It's very, very simple. So this is what margins are. Let's take a look at this screen. On my MT5, I took a trade of total of 0.4 lot size. Now, this 0.4 lot size, I was in profit of 124 pips. That was $124, right? Almost $125. So in this list, we have something that we call a free margin aside from the margin, right? A free margin is just literally your the margins that you have left in order to take more positions, right? In order to take more trades. So the margins now has the total number of margin used on a trade. So in this case, I have over 200. I've used over 260, $2,600 worth of margin out of the $9,334 which I had earlier. So in order for me to look for each individual margin cost on my trade, I have to do some kind of calculations. So let's do that. So to get that, I'm going to do $2,600 divided by 4. Why 4? Because I have a total of what? 4 trade, right? So that's the 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. In lot, that's a total of 0.4 lot size. So in order for me to find each individual margin cost, I have to divide it by what? By 4. So to divide that, I'm going to see that my total individual margin cost is at $650. Each individual trade cost me $650. Now, in order for me to be able to buy 0.1 lot size, I need to have $650 available in my margin, right? So that's basically it. If I don't really have that amount free in my margin, then I won't be able to take the trade. You get. So that is basically all about margins, right? I hope you found this video educative, and I look forward to find me on your screen for more educative content such as this. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. See you in the next video.